This terrible thing happened after a long day of work. The horrifying truth shocked the world. In the shadowy corners of Seattle, many young women were suddenly disappearing near a place called Green River. The city buzzed with whispers of a sinister man preying on these girls. With rainy nights as his backdrop, this mystery man left trails of heartbreak and fear. Though the police were clueless at first, bits of evidence slowly began linking these incidents to a man with a troubled past. Who was this man and how did his dark journey begin? Dive into this haunting story, and let's uncover together the chilling series of events that eventually unraveled his secrets. Gary Ridgway had a tough start in life. When he was a kid, he had some warning signs that he might cause harm. For example, he hurt a 6-year-old boy once. At school, he didn't get good grades and wasn't too smart. When he grew up, he liked to spend time with lots of different women. In Seattle, it rained a lot. One rainy evening, a girl didn't want to wait for the bus in the wet weather. She tried to get a ride from a stranger. This wasn't a safe choice. A man picked her up, and at first, they talked and everything felt right. But soon, things didn't feel right. Luckily, she got away safely. But not all girls were that lucky. In the summer of 1982, close to the airport, many girls looked for kind people who'd pay them for their time and company. But after some time, these girls began to vanish. Some were found hurt or not even alive. Near a river called the Green River, a lot of these girls were discovered. This made everyone scared and worried. The problem grew bigger and scarier. The police were worried because many girls were going missing or getting hurt. They even talked to another bad man, Ted Bundy, to try to understand why someone would do this. They had a tough time figuring out who was doing it. Cynthia was one of the last girls hurt in Seattle. Many other girls were also hurt, and the police were trying to find out who was doing this. By the end of 1982, about 15 girls were hurt, but only some of them were found. Colleen Brockman was one of these girls. She was very young, maybe 14 to 18 years old. The police knew it was her because she had braces on her teeth. In 1983, another girl named Mary Malver disappeared. She was working and went into a truck, but her boyfriend lost sight of the truck. Mary was never seen again. The police thought that the person hurting the girls might come back to where he left them. They tried to catch him, but it was hard. Some people, like Ted Bundy, tried to understand the bad person. But the real bad person, named Gary Ridgway, kept hurting more girls. For many years, the police couldn't catch him, but they did have some clues. In 1987, Gary gave the police a sample of his saliva, or spit. At that time, the police didn't have the right tools to test it. Gary was not nice to the girls. He took their things, like jewelry, but then just threw it away. He didn't care about them at all. It was a big surprise when the police found out Gary Ridgway was the bad man. He was a painter who worked on trucks. He was 52 years old. Before he became bad, there were signs he might hurt others. For example, when he was younger, he did something bad to a little child. The police talked to him many times over the years, but he always escaped. But with new science and that saliva sample from 1987, they finally caught him. In 2003, Gary was told he would stay in jail forever, 48 times. He couldn't ever get out. Then in 2011, he got one more punishment of staying in jail forever. In conclusion, Gary Ridgway did very bad things to many girls near the Green River. It's super important for everyone to be careful and not trust strangers, even if they seem nice. The police used science and clues to finally catch him, showing that with hard work and time, even the toughest mysteries can be solved. This story reminds us how crucial it is to keep our community safe and to always look out for each other. Always remember, safety comes first, and it's better to be safe than sorry. Share your thoughts in the comments below.